Hey, we're back!
Hello.
Yep.
Alright, so we're back with Echo. We have had Chase go through
Randall.
a hell of a night so far.
No.
I got him. Hey, stop that.
Well, there goes Leo running off into the distance.
Oh.
No.
Chasing after a dog who was getting into the lady fingers.
It's quieter this time around as we head out onto the deserted night street. Oh, look, it's a character for somebody who can't speak right now. Isn't that amazing? Very first line.
Hold on, I'll take over. Seems like things have settled a little, at least.
Kudzu's fur is still bristled out of the back of his neck. I'm starting to worry about him. He's been tense, even considering the situation we're in.
Oh God, you.
Keep your eyes peeled anyway.
Of course.
I've been sensing a strange sort of tension between the two of them. It could probably be put up to the situation currently at hand, though.
Or that Leo feels threatened by Kudzu.
So, one of my favorite memes that I've seen is just Chase looking at Leo and going, "So you know how I promised you that I wouldn't fall for Kudzu and run off with him? Well..."
Kudzu's a way better dude.
Yeah.
He is. He's, not toxic.
Hey, I'm not toxic. I just love my little puchica.
So one of the things that I'll say about this, and I gotta stop saying one of the things I'll say. That's a stupid thing that I keep doing. Either way, what I want to mention about Kudzu, since you were talking about him not being toxic, is that basically throughout a lot of the routes in Echo, there's, in my opinion, problems with the power dynamic within the relationships, and there's only two relationships I ever see within there that I'm there's not really as much of an issue. They're both mutually supportive. It doesn't feel like one's babying the other or one's obsessed with the other. And the only two times I've seen that is with Chase and Kudzu or Chase and Jenna. Every other relationship dynamic, I usually see something that I don't think is that well.
Between Leo and Flynn.
His relationship with
and-
Carl is actually fairly healthy. They break it off.
Oh, yes, they break it off, which is the healthy part. But when they were romantically together, Carl was really dependent upon Chase.
Correct. And Carl is, possessed.
He was somewhat possessed, yeah.
Yeah, there's the possession too, but even when he wasn't possessed, Carl was way too dependent on Chase, and it was, if they had remained together, I wouldn't have had too much of an issue, because at the end of the good ending for Carl, he at least says, "I can be fine without you," which is good. That's what Carl needs to recognize. Had he not recognized that, that would have been a train wreck and destined for disaster.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, let's move away from the more depressing topics.
Yep, I'm me back to paying
And
attention.
now watch them all beat the snot out of each other.
We're all on edge. I can see the motel a ways down the road, but ominously, the lights are all out. Duke has gone quiet for the most part. I wonder if he's just given up or if he's planning something. Hopefully it's the former.
I'm not really seeing anything out of the ordinary here.
Trust me, things are fucked up.
We pass the diner, the moonlight glinting softly off its metal edges. A dark, sickening feeling sets in as I stare at the black windows. That's where it all started. Should we check to see if she's still there? He goes quiet behind me for a moment, then clears his throat.
Don't see why we need to do that.
Oh, hey there.
That's a Seb.
Seb.
Welcome, Seb.
I'm here.
I don't know, to tell the cops about it or something?
If the cops haven't been looking there, then I'm sure she's still in there. No use looking outside.
Inside.
Inside. Somewhere. No use looking.
All right.
Hey, gonna be okay, alright?
Not for Janice.
Genius, dude.
Leo doesn't say anything to that as we continue down the road, finally reaching the motel parking lot.
Keep moving.
I look behind me and see that Duke stopped, still looking back at the diner. You want to be Duke for now, Seb? Matt's not here.
Sure. I see something.
What?
Kudzu stops too, and looks back at us.
Something.
I look at the diner, but I see nothing moving in the windows or in front of it. It's way too dark to see anything in there anyway. Leo prods at Duke's back, but the weasel refuses to move, rooted to the spot.
Am I gonna carry you?
Leo lets go of Duke for a moment, reaching up to turn him around, probably to throw the weasel over his shoulder. Before he can do that, Duke screams, long and loud, and it raises all the hairs on the back of my neck. Before Leo can stop him, the weasel takes off into the night, away from the diner, towards a grouping of trees and bushes on the side of the road. Leo curses and immediately goes after him. Kudzu starts to follow.
Don't follow me. Wait by the car.
Leo shouts over his shoulder before disappearing into the brush. Then, more faintly,
And watch, Chase.
Kudzu and I stare into the darkness, listening to the two of them crash through the brush before fading out into silence. After a few moments, Kudzu rubs his head and turns to me.
Well, guess we should get to the car then.
Man, Harry's taking a while.
I know.
He's got a
I frown, not really worried that Duke can do much to Leo, but rather that they'll run into someone that could. It shouldn't be that hard to catch him. He's in handcuffs.
Can be fast when he wants to be.
Fuck. I feel like we should have gone with him. I keep staring into the darkness of the brush, and Kudzu just puts a hand on my shoulder as he passes.
Don't worry, Leo can take care of himself, especially when he's up against someone like Duke, a handcuffed Duke.
Yeah. Reluctantly, I follow the raccoon. Leo's brief presence had been so strong and reassuring. It's kind of jarring to be without it again. At the same time, though, it's not all that different with Kudzu.
Hey, wait, what?
Leo's just
He just-
more overpowering with it, I guess.
Hey, wait. What are you saying?
I'm better.
I fish my keys out of my pocket, then suddenly realize where we're at. Hey, we should check our room. Jenna or TG might be in there. Maybe even some of the others.
I'm probably dead.
Kudzu looks at the dark motel, scanning the rows of doors.
Yeah, we should, but I think we should wait for Leo. I don't really trust anyone right now.
We should get back to the actual recording.
No, I don't.
Yep.
I didn't hear what Harry said.
It's okay. We should move on.
Okay.
I want to trash talk Harry though.
Well, you can trash talk Kudzu then.
Yeah. Yeah. We should. Oh my god. Yeah, we should trash talk him. It's for the best. It's all about Leo. All about Leo. Oh god, he's taken over the system.
Well,
Always.
that's good enough.
Good enough.
I didn't even read what the rest of the line is. I don't know what he said.
All right. Yeah, we should, but I think we should wait for Leo. I don't really trust anyone right now.
That's fair.
I realize he's implying that one of my friends could have gone insane too, and I also realize I can't blame him. From what I saw and what I've heard, TG might be acting the same way as Duke. That thought causes my stomach to churn sickly.
Listen, I gotta pee real quick, okay?
Okay.
I'm just gonna go over behind that corner.
He points over to the side of the motel. No problem. I mean, it's not like when in any horror situation someone actually has the need to eat, poop, or sleep or anything like that that's going to be taken advantage of. I'm getting just a little annoyed that everyone is acting like I'm a little kid that needs to be watched. I mean, my name is Chase Baby Hunter.
I wouldn't actually be shocked if that was your real name. Cool. Be right back.
Actually, yeah, his name is Chase Hunter. So,
Oh my god.
Kudzu does a little jog away before disappearing around the corner. I lean back against the door of the car, swinging the keys around a finger. It's completely quiet now, and I haven't heard a single gunshot since we got outside. I wonder if everyone that's been fighting is dead now. Or maybe
I'm dead.
Yeah, TJ was fighting. He was a real trooper. Or maybe they just realized how ridiculous the mayor's story was and left. Thinking about the supposed monster that I definitely don't believe in, though, has me looking over my shoulder into the darkness. Images of a hanging body crosses my mind. Shit. I look over to where Kudzu went. It's been a little while. Shouldn't he be done by now? A pop from the bush across the street makes me jump. Leo? My voice comes out in a whisper. There's definitely something there. Its form stands out from just a shade darker than the trees behind it. It might be a bush, but it looks thin, like a person. I squint at it, and that's when I see the glint of two eyes in the darkness. I freeze. Whoever it is, they're not responding to me, and that's definitely not a good sign. I decide that I'm just not going to move until Kudzu gets here. Yeah, and if it does move, I'll just run over to where Kudzu went. I don't think he'll mind me catching him with his pants down if there's a fucking psychopath chasing after us. I see a thick tail squish out of the side of the dark thing. Slowly, I feel behind myself for the key to the car door, sliding the key in and unlocking it. Actually, I'll just get in the car and... Footsteps to my right. Duke, his eyes wild, is on me in an instant.
Shit.
He slams into me so hard I'm sent to the asphalt with an impact that rattles my brain. I roll over groggily and see Duke bent over, his hands fumbling at the ground. Somehow he's moved his handcuffed hands from behind him to the front. I realize that I don't have my keys anymore at the same time that Duke stands up, keys in hand. Kudzu! I yell and reach for Duke, who dodges away, throwing some kicks at me before yanking open my car door. Fuck! I lunge for the handle, but the weasel slams down on the lock just as I reach it. Kudzu comes running around the corner just as Duke starts up the car. Duke! I shout uselessly at Kudzu as Duke peels out, yanking the handle from my grasp and forcing me to hop back a step to stop from being run over. Of course I think Duke is just going to take off down the road and get the hell out of Echo. I have no idea that he's going to turn sharply in the parking lot and come straight for me.
Chase!
Kudzu screams at me, just 20 feet away now. But there's no time. The car is coming at me. I jump to the left, but Duke easily follows my movement. I see the license plate in the headlights, which Duke hasn't turned on. I jump and land on the hood of the car as it hits me. I feel like my body is falling through the air. I see the stars and the moon. Then I land. The desert stretches and winds into the distance, rising and falling with the mountains, hills, and valleys. It's endless, monolithic, passionless. Except here. Its mark is clear on the land, like a stain, a blemish in the beige patchwork of the wilderness. The earth's bad, the air's bad, everything's tainted. Tainted. The mark is old, it's ancient. Been here longer than people. All people. And they knew it too. Everyone who's been here knows it. So do you, even though you're not from here. You were drawn to the stain like all the other evil that's planted itself here. You can see it right through the otter's eyes. You see its influence stretch above you like black tendrils into a dark red sky. They stretch, search, reach for anything alive to stain anything they touch. So it is. So it will always be.
Chase!
I stare groggily at the face above me. A swirling mess of gray and black before I'm able to focus on the nose just inches away from my own. That crosses my eyes, which hurts, so I close them again.
Chase,
The voice is gentler this time, though no less concerned. I try to reach my hand up to assure whoever it is that I'm fine. I feel the soft, velvety sensation of a near catch between my fingers, and the person above me stills. Who is rubbing against that mic?
I was drawing, sorry.
It's okay. What happened? Are you guys okay? I mumble thickly past lips that don't seem to cooperate with words that don't seem to make sense.
are you... He hit you really hard.
I feel a hand run over the top of my head, like it's looking for something.
Did you hit your head?
I feel my own head, keeping my other hand resting on Kudzu's head. That's right, Kudzu. I push myself up suddenly, realizing where I am and what just happened. Sam, could you mute yourself while you're drawing?
Yep,
Sorry about that.
no problem.
I look around in the night, the surreal feeling of regaining consciousness in this nightmare making it all the more horrific. Shit, where is he? I try to push myself up, but Kudzu holds me down firmly.
Duke, he took off somewhere.
Kudzu looks around, his ears pointed up as if listening before looking back down at me as I try to sit up again.
You need to stay down for now. Something might be injured.
I think I'm okay. Just a little bit out of it. Kudzu gazes down at me, and for a moment, I'm left staring into his deep, dark eyes. That's when the sound of feet slapping against asphalt breaks the spell, and Kudzu looks behind himself.
What the hell?
I like to imagine like the cartoonishly large clown shoes slapping sound.
That's how Leo's feet sound.
Yep, just flap, 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 flap. Duke, just
Kudzu's shoved roughly away, and I find myself held up in Leo's arms.
What the fuck happened?
Leo desperately looks me up and down as he holds me in his arms.
Did he shoot you?
What? No, he just hit me with a car. I see Leo's eyes widen and his ears shoot up. He suddenly turns his attention on Kudzu, hackles raised.
What the fuck were you doing, Cud? Why weren't you watching him?
Kudzu flinches back, then glares.
he came out of nowhere, Leo. We were both trying to stop him.
I can see Leo working himself up to shout something else, but that's when I push myself out of his strong grip. Despite the circumstances, I'm bristling at the way I'm being coddled. Leo, he was driving a fucking car. There wasn't anything he could do. Now standing, I feel an achy sensation in my back, and my head spins a little. I brace my hands on my knees and wait for it to subside.
I don't think you should be standing so soon.
I'm fine. Though, now that I'm standing, I'm not completely sure of that.
Dude, you got hit by a car.
Oh yeah, he did. Worrying twinges and creaks ping throughout my body, and I force myself to straighten up, facing the other two. We need to keep moving, find the others, and get out of here. Leo moves up next to me, a big paw reaching out to wrap around my shoulder. I cringe though, and Leo takes his hand back.
Need me to carry you, honey?
I grimace and shake my head, mostly because I feel like being slung over his back would be even worse. He settles on rubbing my back gently, eyes still looking me over, as if trying to spot some unseen injury.
Let's get that the Peyton.
Kudzu coughs awkwardly.
We've lost the car, though.
Oh yeah. My heart sinks. Even now, in the situation we're in, I'm a little angry that it was my car that was stolen. I worked hard to buy that thing, even if it was a junker. Leo shakes his head like it's a mild annoyance.
Then we'll just have to use my van instead.
Leo looks up the road in the direction of the diner where he left it 2 days ago. Wait, let's at least check the motel. See if any of the others are in a room.
Otter, I'm not sure the others have already gotten out by now. I'm sure the others have already gotten out by now.
Well, you said not sure first, so now I'm even more concerned. I mean, we haven't heard anything from any of them, though. When they've brought the police or something? Leo looks back at the motel, chewing his lip.
Alright, let's be fucking quick about it. We need to get the hell out of here so we can get everyone help.
Yeah, real quick. I
Nope.
reach into my back pocket, pulling out the key card as I hobble in the direction of our room, on the other side of the building. Kudzu reaches out to me.
You need help?
Leo shoulders the raccoon aside as he practically jumps to my side, gently pressing a hand into my back again.
No other boy should be touching my boy. I'm just saying. I mean, stay close, Otter. Not gonna let something like that happen to you again, or Kudzu having a crush on you, or you having a crush on Kudzu.
I try to ignore the tension I feel building between these other two. More than anything, I'm annoyed at Leo. Why is he acting like this?
Because I want Otter.
Because he really
Sure.
wants Otter.
Sure, he was always a little jealous, but right now, in the middle of this hellscape of chaos? I shake my head, allowing the wolf to guide me with his hand as we turn the corner to the motel. Kudzu stays behind us, and I look back at him, give him a small smile to show that I at least appreciated his concern for me, and to show him that maybe there could be something between us once I lose this dead weight of a wolf. He gives me a short nod back, but otherwise doesn't say anything. Like most of the town, the back of the motel is completely deserted as far as I can see. Another pop, that's probably a gunshot, echoes in the distance, but I'm just thankful they aren't happening every minute like earlier. Again, I wonder if it's because everyone's dead. As fucked up as that is, I think that might be a good thing for us. As long as it doesn't involve any of my friends. We reach the door of the motel, and my heart sinks again as I see there's no light coming from the window. Shakily, I raise the keycard to press it against the lock, only to accidentally drop it. I start to bend over to pick it up, but Leo puts my hand on my shoulder, speaking gently into my ear.
Don't move, Otter.
He sweeps up the card and presses it to the lock. It flashes green, and I hear the electric buzz of the lock coming unlatched before Leo presses down on the door handle, then pauses.
Trying to walk through here, trying to beat the shit out of me.
His other hand suddenly reaches out behind me towards Kudzu.
Kudzu, hand me my gun. I'll give you dukes.
Kudzu stares at the hand for a moment, then jumps, as if suddenly realizing what the wolf is talking about.
Oh, right.
Kudzu lifts his shirt, fumbling with the waistband before pulling out the gun. He hands it to Leo, who in turn hands him Duke's gun. He checks the safety on his own before pointing it towards the door. Leo pauses again, then glances at me.
Behind me.
Leo nods back to the wall next to the door. I only feel a little twinge of resentment at being treated like a child again, but I'm too eager to check out the room to say anything. Finally, Leo gives the door a gentle shove, allowing it to swing open on its own. I can't see anything from behind Leo, but judging by the look on Kudzu's face next to me, they don't see anything. I realize why as Leo slowly reaches inside and flips the light switch. I can't resist and peek around Leo's bulk into the motel room. I don't know what I was expecting, Maybe a blood-spattered room with all of our friends' bodies piled up in the middle or something? Instead, though, it's basically just how I remember it. I even see my pajamas crumpled up on my side of the bed where I left them. Leo holds steady for a moment, keeping the gun pointed at the ceiling of the room. Finally, he leans in, whispering loudly.
Hello?
There's no response. Leo waits a little while longer before finally moving forward slowly. I don't wait for Leo's approval to follow and move closely behind him, Kudzu just behind me. There isn't much to search in the motel room, having just the room and the bathroom to check. Once Leo's sure it's clear, I shut the door and lock it before turning to the other two. Just so that we know we're safe, for now at least. Leo shakes his head.
Keep moving, Chase. We should head to my place now.
I open Jenna's laptop on the table, pushing the power button.
Come on, what are you doing? Do you have friends other than me? I matter the most.
Leo shifts his weight from one foot to another. Kudzu moves to stand next to me.
Checking the internet?
I was hoping to. I sigh as I stare at a password screen.
Well, let me check with my phone.
Leo sighs again.
Not gonna help us.
I have Wi-Fi calling.
Leo sighs again and sits heavily on the bed, bending it like a bow. He sets his gun on the bedside table before rubbing his face vigorously with both hands. You okay? Saying that Leo's been on edge is an understatement. And sure, we're all fucked up right now, but the way the wolf's been acting, it's like he's a different person. Leo lets his hand slide down his face so he can peer at me over his fingertips. He examines me for a while, then finally reaches out with both hands.
Come here, Chula.
I almost hesitate, and I'm not sure why. I walk over to him and stand in front of the wolf before he reaches out and pulls me down into his lap. He then presses my head against his chest before wrapping his arms around me. He starts stroking the back of my neck gently, and it makes me shiver. It all feels a little forced, and we don't meld together naturally like we always used to.
I'm sorry about letting all this happen. I should have told the police when Duke started threatening earlier.
What?
I should have told the police when Duke started threatening earlier.
Yeah, why didn't you?
Well, clearly they've been doing nothing this whole game anyway, so...
Yeah.
Do you know what's happening? Okay, I guess Chase doesn't care about that a little bit.
Ian.
Leo takes in another breath, and his broad chest swells against my cheek before he blows it out, ruffling the fur on my head.
I don't know. I really don't.
I notice Kudzu standing to the side, clearly trying not to look at us. Any internet? Kudzu looks up and shakes his head.
No, I can't find a network.
Damn it.
Did that bear do anything to you?
The hesitation in Leo's voice makes it clear what he's really asking, and it sounds like he's been wanting to ask it for a while. No, he just tied me up for a while.
This is also a difference between Chase and Kudzu, right? Like, Kudzu's like, I care about your safety.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
versus-
And Leo is like, hey, did he have sex with you? That's what matters to me.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is also note that Chase did fully admit he was kind of a little bit fucked up from whatever Brian did to Kudzu, but doesn't do that with Leo here.
Yep.
Nope.
Hey, you should trust me, Chula. I love you.
I sure have strong feelings. I guess technically he did do more, in a way, but I don't want to go into that right now. That whole incident actually seems like a long time ago already. Janice's murder, getting near by Brian, trying to kill Brian. I feel like there's a numbness in my chest that's dampening my emotions right now, and everything feels like it's far away from me. Also, by the way, I'm definitely going to bleep that word from the last page. I wonder if that's some kind of psychological response to what's happening, and if I'll be all fucked up like this after this is over. Probably. But I kinda welcome the numbness right now. It at least helps me deal with what's happening a little easier. Jenna would probably tell me that would probably be able to tell me what's happening right now, if she were here. Of course, that makes me wonder where she and the others are. It makes me want to get out of there and find them. Because as much as I want to get the hell out of this place, I kind of feel responsible for them. I did drag all of them here after all.
You out of here. I promise.
So, DJ, I don't know what's going on, but like for multiple lines, the first word that you say doesn't seem to get heard.
I'm turning into Hannah.
Oh. Huh.
So slowly but surely his hair will start going strawberry blonde.
And I'll become way more attractive.
Alright. Well, as long as you get your lines through, that works for me.
I made her blush.
Good.
I'm gonna get you out of here, Leo. Chase
What?
someone. I promise.
Just be flirty with your wife, okay?
I am.
You don't need to flirt with the fictional character right now. That's not what the line is. Alright. Leo breathes into my ear and squeezes me a little tighter.
Ugh.
You okay, Sam?
Yeah, they just made me like half pay attention to anime, half pay attention to this, and then when I said hold my back, I went, like don't touch me.
I have to hold back a wince as a twinge goes through my back. I have a feeling that I'm gonna be very sore tomorrow.
Yeah, you got hit by a car, dude.
Well, hey, it's okay. This game ends on Sunday. Today's Sunday. So I don't have to worry about what happens tomorrow. Exactly. Indeed. Thank you, Royal Kudzu.
I'll be right back.
Alright, goodbye, Seb.
Bye,
Dude,
Seb.
Goodbye.
we'll miss you.
Is Seb leaving?
No, he's just gonna be away for a second. I'm just being an
Oh.
ass.
I don't get to make fun of him anymore? That sucks.
I suddenly lift
You
my
can still
head.
make fun of him. He just won't be here.
To
for a
look
minute.
back at Kudzu, we gotta keep moving. What time is it? Kudzu takes out his phone and out of the back of his pocket. Wow, I said all of that wrong. Takes his phone back out of his pocket to check. Kudzu?
3:45. Sorry, I'm tired. It's like literally really early in the morning.
Okay.
You know how it is, people.
So is it Sunday or is it Monday now?
It is Sunday.
Yes,
So
it
it's
is Sunday.
3:45 in the morning on Sunday.
Yes. I stare at him. Are you serious? This means it's only been a little more than an hour since we left Kudzu's place. I was hoping that daylight would be a little bit closer than that. Kudzu slumps down in the chair at the table.
It's what my phone says.
I continue to rest my head against Leo's chest, listening to him breathe. I glance up at him and see that his eyes are closed as he continues to stroke the back of his head. I'm about to tell him that we should get moving again when I think I hear something. It's a soft snuffling sound, like someone's covering up their sniffling. I lay there against Leo, not moving as I continue to listen. A full 10 seconds go by before it happens again, and this time, I think it's coming from below us.
Below the bed.
Under the bed. Also, what's really weird is it's Chase that hears that. Chase, the one with like really bad hearing, compared to freaking Leo, the wolf.
Yeah.
Leo is not paying attention.
Nope.
As long as he gets his dick, man.
It's all that really matters, let's be honest here.
I look up at Leo again, wondering how to tell him I heard something without saying it out loud. Honestly, with his massive wolf ears, he should have heard it before I did. I reach up and poke his chin. Leo shakes his head a bit, around the poking, but otherwise doesn't open his eyes. I frown and reach up further, touching his cheek. He leans into it. Leo. I barely whisper at him. Finally, he does open his eyes, and I point at my ears, mouthing listen. I see his ears comically perk up, his eyes looking at the ceiling. I motion down at the bed. I see Kudzu to the side from his chair, eyeing us curiously, but not saying anything otherwise, thankfully. This time, the snuffling sound is quite a bit louder, and I feel Leo's fur rise up on his arms. That was definitely a person, or something living and breathing at least, and it definitely came from under the bed. Leo slowly and gently pushes me off his lap, motioning me away. Slowly, he leans over and grabs up the gun. Then he stands, backing away from the bed, then crouching slowly with the gun pointed as he looks under the bed. I see Leo pause, staring. Then he reaches out and grabs whatever it is and yanks hard. Sam, this is you. The scream is loud and piercing. Whatever it is, sounding like a terrified child.
Oh,
Yep.
not dead.
To be fair, that is a terrified child.
Yeah.
It thrashes and kicks at Leo, and when it's crawling frantically at the carpet to get back under the bed, clawing frantically at the carpet to get back under the bed that I realize who it is. TJ? I shout his name, confused and terrified myself.
What the hell? Calm down.
Leo's got both his hands on TJ's ankles, trying to keep him still, while at the same time not getting gouged by the toe claws. I move closer, though not close enough to get clawed by the lynx, and try to crouch in his line of sight. TJ, it's us. You're okay. The look in his eyes is wild and desperate and feral. I reach out for his wrist, and he immediately slashes at me with his other hand.
Chase, stay back.
I fall back on my butt and scoot away a little, wide-eyed. I've never seen TJ like this. Of course I haven't. I can't imagine what would have made him like this. I scramble up and stand next to Kudzu, who's just as wide-eyed as me. Despite that, he sidesteps a little in front of me, as if to shield me from the insane TJ. Leo finally drops the cat's legs, and before TJ can scramble back under the bed, Leo jumps on his back. I wince as I can hear TJ deflate like a tire from Leo's weight. The wolf snatches up TJ's arms, pinning them against his back as he leans over the lynx, shouting into his ear.
TJ, stop! Stop fighting! It's me, Leo! Leo!
TJ continues to writhe, making weird yowling noises that I had never heard him make before.
TJ, it's me. It's your friend. We're here to help you, man.
Leo's voice is quieter now, more soothing as he tries to calm the crazed lynx. It seems to be working so far as TJ's violent thrashing lessens, his yowling fading out to more feeble whining sounds.
See? I'm here now. You're gonna be fine.
Finally, TJ's head falls to the carpet, everything going limp. TJ sits on the bed, cross-legged, as he rests his back against the headboard. I gave him a blanket when I saw him shivering, and he's got that draped over his shoulders, holding it tightly around himself. It hasn't stopped shivering, though. I seem to be the only one he doesn't flinch at when we get close, so I sit next to him on the bed. Awkwardly, I put my arm around him, but he seems to take comfort in that and leans against me. The smell of sweat and piss is strong, but I don't say anything. Leo, meanwhile, sits on the end of the other bed, gently trying to get TJ to tell us what the hell happened.
Was someone chasing you? Is someone here?
TJ shivers against me, and I pat his shoulder. He looks at me then. I see his fur is completely mad to his face, like he's been crying non-stop. I noticed bits of dead leaves on his head too, along with some dirt. What the hell had he been doing? Leo continues to prod gently at the links with his questions.
You can tell us, then we might be able to stop it, or at least watch out for it before we leave.
TJ looks at Leo, then opens his mouth, making a squeaking noise. He swallows loudly, then tries again.
Do we have any water?
It sounds like he has an extremely sore throat. I look over at the sink, but Kudzu jumps off the chair, and he's sitting on and makes his way to it. He grabs up one of the small plastic cups before running to the faucet. TJ watches him until the raccoon brings the cup back over. TJ drops the blanket around his shoulders and reaches out eagerly for the cup. We all watch intently as he loudly swallows giant gulps of water before lowering it from his lips and gasping for air. Leo smiles encouragingly.
Careful. Don't drown yourself.
Oh, Leo.
Leo just knows all the right things to say.
Oof.
The charismatic man.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
like-
Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, DJ.
So awful.
Leo, you big dumbass.
I'm curious why you think that he's a big dumbass for that.
What's
Because
TJ's
he's-
greatest fear?
Drowning. Because their friend drowned.
That's actually the thing I was going to point out, was that Sydney drowned. So that's actually a little shitty to say.
Yeah.
Oh, Leo did something shitty? You don't say.
It's impossible.
I'm shocked. It's against his character, really.
Leo's the best character. He's so nice.
God,
He's wonderful.
I still love thinking back to that one episode of just you, DJ, Hannah, Seb, and I just chatting about Leo for an hour, with DJ trying his best to defend Leo and Leo's actions. We've grown so much since then.
Leo's a dick.
Leo's a big old dick.
He's just horny.
He really is.
Well, why does he want why he could care less about TJ, right? Like, he doesn't want to know what happened to TJ so he can help him. He wants to know what happened to TJ so he can get him and Chase out of there.
Yes.
Leo wants to know what happened to TJ so that way he can get Chase out of there. Honestly, at this point, I'm willing to just flat out say I think that Leo is so far gone already that he's basically written off all of his other friends for dead, and he's like, Chase is the one I want.
Correct. He's an asshole.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm going to point that out. That's not how Leo should be acting. Leo is the leader of the group. He's the one that said he would never leave anyone behind. He would make sure that they were all safe. And he's been acting real out of character since then. Just wanted to point that out.
Leo is possessed.
Probably.
Oh.
I know what the actual answer is, so I'm not going to say anything one way or the other.
Thank you.
I mean, I know what the actual answer is too, and I'm saying probably.
TJ stares, then shivers again, much more violently.
Which is why he says, don't drown yourself, because he doesn't know his friends anymore.
I grip him more tightly. Are you cold? I grab up the blankets, then try to tuck it around his shoulder better.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted again. You guys were talking. I was like, I have to do this. Kind of. Not really. I feel cold, but...
TJ rubs his chest. He's still trembling, and I realize that he might be in shock. I don't know what to do for that. In every TV show I've ever seen, the person's just given a shiny blanket while they sit on the side of the road. So I continue to rub his shoulders in circular motions, trying to be soothing in lack of a shiny blanket.
To be fair, that's kind of all you do.
I wish Jenna was here. She'd know what to do. He leans against me again, though, so I feel like I'm doing the right thing. He holds out the cup to Kudzu again.
Could I get some more, please?
Excuse you think this is a fucking 5-star restaurant? Get it your own damn self.
I'm sorry.
Sure. I like the concept, by the way. He's like, I wonder what Jenna would do. She would know what to do. And like, it's a flash to Jenna just handing him a shiny blanket.
Jenna like reaches into like behind her, and lo and behold, shiny blanket time.
Because Jenna's just that prepared for everything.
Yes.
I own one of those shiny blankets.
Oh wow.
Well, you're prepared.
They're only handy if your body temperature went way down or way up. But
Yeah, I know. I was given one as part of a class I took.
Ah.
nice.
That's handy.
Kudzu takes the cup delicately from TJ, like the links might break. When Kudzu moves over to the sink again, TJ leans in towards me, whispering,
That guy played soccer with us, right?
Yeah, he did.
Right.
TJ goes back to leaning against me and staring at the wall. While this isn't good, he does seem to be getting better. He can recognize this again and remember stuff at least. Leo adjusts himself on the bed, clearing his throat again, clearly jealous that I'm hugging TJ right now.
Teach. If you can't remember, that's okay. I just want to make sure there's no one coming after you.
TJ blinks, then shakes his head.
No, I don't think so.
Leo waits, but TJ doesn't say anything more.
No one? You, were hiding, so...
Leo clearly doesn't want to upset the Lynx, but it makes sense why he would want to know. If there's someone lurking out there, hunting TJ down, we could be in a lot of danger right now. We have to wait, though, as Kudzu comes back with the cup. TJ takes a few more big gulps before looking back up at Leo.
I thought I saw something. I keep seeing things. I think I need to go home.
I stare hard at TJ, studying him. I don't know why, but I guess we all thought we'd be exempt from this hysteria. I knew we were all normal, at least to an extent. This whole crazy chaos seemed too foreign, too different for it to affect my friends. People I know that are grounded, normal people. That's exactly what TJ was. And now... Leo stands up, steps closer, sitting down slowly next to TJ on the opposite side of the bed.
Go home, Teach. We just have to go to a walk to my car first.
Leo reaches out and sets a hand on TJ's leg, and I'm glad to see that he doesn't flinch at all. He's really calming down.
Okay.
TJ suddenly opens up the blanket around himself, staring down at his clothes. I see his nose twitching, then the skin on the inside of his ears flushes.
Can I take a shower?
Leo pauses, clearly not having expected that.
Well, we really need to get going. Don't you want to get home and take a shower there?
TJ has put the blanket back over himself, trying to hide his pants.
I just like to feel clean again.
I feel like it might be a good thing for him to clean off. Maybe have some alone time. I give Leo a meaningful look as I lower my voice gently for TJ. Sure, man. We'll wait. TJ slowly pushes himself off the bed to stand on unsteady legs. Both of his hands, not so subtly, shield his crotch as he walks to the dresser.
Okay, just don't leave, okay?
We won't.
We then leave, setting up a surprise party outside. 'Cause fuck him. Leo's still using his talking to a toddler voice. The wolf gives me a frustrated look, but I ignore it.
And I'm going to leave the door open, so if something happens, just yell.
It's fine, and nothing's gonna happen, okay?
Yeah, okay.
TJ pulls out some pants from...
showers.
Oh, what now?
We already know that TJ takes long showers.
It's not him taking a long shower, it's more him taking a long time to dry.
For
TJ pulls out some pants from the dresser before making his way to the bathroom. He keeps glancing back at us, like we're going to disappear if he looks away too long. I try to give him a cheerful smile until he finally disappears into the bathroom. We sit around in a sort of circle in the motel room. Leo and I are on beds, Kudzu in the chair. We keep our voices low as we discuss what's going on, not wanting TJ to hear. This doesn't make sense. TJ is one of the most rational people I know. How is this affecting him?
Oh, we don't know what's causing it, though.
I don't know. I thought it was drugs or something.
They all just took the same drug?
I don't know. Or maybe they're all crazy because of drugs or something set it off.
Well, TJ is religious.
So?
Wow.
So if he believes in that, then maybe it could go further than that.
I shake my head.
You are a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo's
That's
actually...
not how...
So, flat out, like it's stated at multiple points, Leo's actually a militant atheist. Where, like, the only time where he, like, lessens it is when he's around TJ, because he doesn't want to make TJ feel bad. No, that doesn't make sense.
People in cults do it all the time.
But he's not
Guess
in a
I'm
cult.
Guess I'm with Leo on this one. Religious people be crazy, you know?
A little bit.
I say that being religious.
Oh yeah, no. Fun fact, the person voicing Leo is also very religious.
Yeah.
Yep. As well as the person voicing Jenna.
It's very comical.
Voicing
how this all turns
TJ
out.
is not really religious.
This is a fantastic game. We have all the right characters.
Yeah, I'm also a religious person. That's kind of funny because I think Chase is like, he's not an atheist, but he's like on the fence.
Hmm.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of like, eh? Maybe somewhat indifferent to a question mark?
Well, and
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't honestly know if he cares.
atheist. Like, I have nothing against atheists, of course, but
Oh, of course
Leo
not.
is like, oh, it's a cult, blah blah, and I'm like, okay, whoa.
Well, yeah.
Cult.
So I'll say this: I have like at least 3 different friends that I know of that are atheists, and like they're all cool people. And that's because
absolutely.
they're not the type of atheist that goes, anyone who believes in religion is a fucking moron. Those people
Yeah, right.
are always dicks.
Yeah, right.
And
Well, it's like the religious people, right? That are like, oh, if you don't believe in God, you're a moron, right?
Mhm.
That's also a very frustrating thing.
oh yeah. Pretty much like anyone who
Both
takes like
sides.
an absolute side like that and goes like, oh yeah, anyone who's not agreeing with me is an idiot. I'm like, oh, well, we probably can't talk very much, can we?
All right, I'm gonna go piss at Leo. Don't mind me. It's all kind of the same thing when you think about it.
Your whole family is super religious, Leo.
Yeah. So I have first-hand experience with all of it.
Oh, yeah, you're very family-oriented, dick.
Dear Lord.
Leo chuckles despite the situation. Which, by the way, something that's hilarious that I know is going to happen. Leo is a fan favorite, like, online from what I've been seeing. And a lot of people love him and everything. And the fact that we've been ragging on him this entire playthrough is going to make us hate it.
Why?
No.
Why is he a fan favorite?
He's
bad. He sucks.
He's an abusive asshole.
I will say this. In every other route, he is essentially just like he embodies the dad bod.
That's it.
That is the only reason why people love him is because
He's hot.
every other route.
That's
Yep.
the thing.
Yep, that's it. He's never there, and the only time he is apparently making
Sucks.
people sweaty.
Sucks.
Well, guys, I hope my voice
Not
has
even
been...
that. Hi, guy.
I know. I'm clearly Kudzu is better.
I mean, Kudzu's like a nice,
Yeah.
like...
It's
Subtle
kudzu, like
hot,
the
right?
plant.
Kudzu. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
like...
a plant kudzu?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awful vine.
hmm
It is an awful
Oh,
one.
yeah, it's a vine that literally is like an invasive species that's taking over the entire South.
Which is very comical
Grows
when you
like
think
hell.
about his relationship with Chase and Leo.
Okay, so funny enough, that while that is fitting, the actual truth is, it turns out all the... oh, now I remember the last one. It's fucking Julian. So the 5 characters that were minor characters, that were Raven, Kudzu, Julian, Daxton, and Micah, they're actually all backers for the game. They were people who had basically their personas put into the game. So what I thought was really nice is that the characters actually feel like characters that belong in the world, and they don't feel like self-inserts or anything. None of the characters looked too out of place, at least.
I never guessed that. Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't guess that
Well,
either.
whoever you are, Kudzu, real person, we like you.
At least we like the way your character was portrayed.
Yes.
Kudzu's an actual person. Leo is not.
Uh-huh. Either way.
Internet hate
By
on
the
us.
way,
I don't
just
care.
really quick, who makes their persona a depressed raccoon? I can relate to that.
Kudzu?
Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I like that phrasing for it.
Again, I already showed you the only way I can ever view raccoon in my personal experiences with them. But it's funny to me that the person whose persona is a raccoon made him a depressed raccoon. Not a... oh my god, that's actually funny to me.
All right. Leo chuckles. Oh, whoops. I wasn't in the voice at all. Leo chuckles despite the situation. It makes me wonder if there's something more than what's in everyone's head. If even TJ's having it happen. Kudzu taps his chin from the chair as he's sitting in.
What was it Duke was saying about his grandpa? Something about a curse?
Leo waves his hand like he's swatting away a fly.
Puchika. Speaking of shit that doesn't make sense.
Kudzu shrugs. I'm starting to wonder. I fold my arms and look towards the bathroom, where steam is wafting from TJ's shower.
Well, stop wondering. I don't want you ending up like them.
I frown and glance back at the bathroom before lowering my voice. Like TJ? Leo sighs.
No. One of those fuckers probably freaked him out or something.
He did say he was seeing things.
Leo suddenly stands up from his sitting position on the bed.
You know what? We should just stop talking about this. We're leaving once he's done anyway.
As if on cue, the water shuts off and the automatic dryer starts up. Right after that, TJ's meek voice pipes up from inside the bathroom.
You guys?
I call back gently, cheerfully. We're here, TJ.
Left if I could, don't worry.
Dick.
I hate you too, Leo.
This route
You
ends
and
with
your
TJ.
cult, TJ.
You atheist prick.
I like the idea that like this route ends with TJ and Leo like in a duel or whatever, like a Mexican standoff. They just like take 10 paces and then come at each other.
What are you saying about Leo there? Hey, what standoff?
Okay, is there a better term for it than that word?
I'm so sorry.
That is
I'm-
actually really funny.
I-
Duel. You know, a Western duel. Maybe.
Thank you, Western duel. Then I'll say that from now on.
Standoff is perfectly fine
So
after mine is
anybody
daughter.
remember the Larry the Cable Guy movie?
Yeah.
Where
There's
they
a
were-
movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
thought
they
he
were
was
like,
just commercials.
they were
Oh,
consume Prilosec. Where Larry the Cable Guy's like a soldier and they're in Mexico and it's that one dude.
Farce. Yeah,
Yes.
Delta
And he's
Farce.
like, it's about to have ourselves a Mexican
Good
standoff.
standoff.
And the Mexican guy's just like, nah, here it's just called a standoff. Oh, okay.
The thing is, I had to look this up because I don't know if saying Mexican standoff is considered offensive or not. I know that there was like some. The thing is, I know some people were saying it was. I just don't know if it's like generally agreed upon. And if the bigger thing is, do people from Mexico actually think that that's an offensive term or not? Is the most important thing about that.
In my experience, no. Though I'm sure it's different for everybody.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only time I've really heard Mexican standoff being used, except apparently whenever you used it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's from my time in Texas because I did remember actually hearing it be like jokingly said back when I lived in Texas. But yeah.
Nice.
Either way. That's also like back in like 2003 to show like how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Alan was like, I
There's
would
a
like
lot
to
of-
also say that not everyone in Texas would use an offensive term. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's
Not that you know. I meant to
like I said,
simply
I'm
joke
gonna-
because
I'm gonna look it up and see if it is
Leo
offensive or
isn't
not.
Hispanic.
There's
Oh, yeah.
a lot of movies that I have that I've watched that like, man, this could never be done today.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Like, you guys remember Adam Sandler's Waterboy?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
seen it.
that's
I think it's dead.
Lady.
Adam Sandler uses the power of a mental illness to be the best at football.
Oh wait, no, I is that the one where he's like in prison and everything?
No,
No.
that's the one where he has
Hi,
where
lady.
he's. It's the one where he plays the most stereotypical, mentally challenged person possible.
Huh? Yeah, I've
Like
definitely never seen
actually as stereotypical as possible.
Yeah,
Lady.
it's basically he has like some sort of intellectual disability or something.
that. That sounds
but,
almost
like-
like the thing from Tropic Thunder of like Simple Dan. It's like the joke bit.
But yeah, he apparently he gets to go to college because he can tackle, like
And
he can tackle guys in football.
yeah,
Huh?
I'ma get educated.
Wait, is this the one where he's like, "I'm going to Disney World"? Is like, and he says that like when he pops back up.
No, this is the one with the what sucks. It really, really
Really
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah, I have no clue. Then I've definitely never seen it.
Gatorade,
H2O.
Gatorade, H2O. It was such a God. That's a movie that certainly existed.
Yep.
Leo sighs and moves to the window to look outside, pulling back the curtain just a bit. You think the others are out there right now?
Your friends?
Yeah. Jenna, Carl. I don't know why I didn't say Flynn's name.
Makes sense.
He doesn't exist.
I was gonna say something, but I'm like,
Because
Don't
for
care.
as much of an asshole as I am, he's a bigger asshole.
I always have to jump to Flynn's defense. He's a good friend. He really is, like,
So
he is the best friend out of all of them. He's just really bad at being a friend.
So here's what I'll say about Flynn on that, and that is that Flynn he could be a good friend. He just has a lot of more issues with just not lashing out and taking his anger out on others. If he could really honestly deal with that, he might be better off. But as long as he keeps lashing out at his friends, yeah, he's gonna lose them eventually.
Or no, what's the better way to say this? He cares the most out of all of his friends.
I would agree with that. The problem is he lashes
He's
out
just-
also on them.
Yeah, he's just a really bad friend. For example, this is something you'll learn, like, when everybody kind of just abandoned Chug, I mean...
Carl.
Yeah. Leo, or... God, Jesus. Flynn didn't. Flynn actually stuck by him the entire time and helped and kept Chug, because I can't remember his actual name.
Carl.
Yep, and helped Carl, like, get motivated to go to the gym, and is always like, hey, you know, do you have a job opportunity? Do you need a suit? Do you need me to get something for you? Let me bring you everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's the most effed up part about that entire thing?
Hmm.
In Carl's route, Chase basically just steals that from Flynn.
Yeah. You know, everything Chase does in his route, in
Is
Carl's
what
route,
Flynn would have done in every other route.
Yeah. So, like, he cares the most. He's just bad at being a good friend.
He's bad at showing his actual care, and he's bad at not lashing out. But yeah. Leo silently stares out the window a little while longer. The yellow light of the streetlight following across his face momentarily. He lets it drop back into place.
With any luck, they get the hell out of here when this started.
Like I said, if they did, then they would have brought someone back.
Really? If anyone got out, then they would have.
Leo doesn't say anything, electing to lift the gun that he's had clutched in this entire time to examine it. Does that mean no one's gotten out of here? There's a momentary silence. We're still here, TJ. Kudzu shifts in the chair.
Well, a lot of us here have relations outside the town. Family and work in Peyton. In fact...
Kudzu checks his phone again.
I'm supposed to be into work in like 5 hours. Someone's gonna notice. I thought I worked at the town hall. What?
No, that's Flynn who works at the town hall.
No, I swear. Okay. I swear
Flynn
he said
was-
he was a... Yeah, I swear Flynn... God.
You're
Man,
so bad.
I am so bad. I just can't say names.
You trying to
It's-
sing Kudzu?
Yes, I swear Kudzu said that he's like the part-time clerk at the town hall.
Nope,
that
that's
sometimes...
totally Flynn, dude.
Oh man, I'm bad at this.
Yes.
It's okay.
I will say this though, I don't know what is Kudzu's job in Peyton because he doesn't have a car.
That's the point I'm trying to get at. It's like I thought he said he worked at the
Wait.
town hall.
And he said he never wants to go
Runs.
back to Peyton again.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't
yeah.
want to go to Peyton, so I guess he's using his own job as an example.
I guess.
I am confused.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's like, oh, people would have jobs in Peyton, so people in Peyton are going to notice. That's what he's saying.
I think that's what and he's just using his job as an example, saying, yeah, I would be checking into work myself at 9. So,
Yep.
yeah. Maybe we should wait until morning. Someone has got to be looking for someone here by then. Leo thrusts the gun back into his waistband resolutely.
Nope. Relying on other people has gotten us nowhere. We got to help ourselves.
Hey, that's the way to do it. You might have a point, Leo.
I'm an American.
Your friends look in pretty bad shape, like mentally.
Also, I just remembered, TJ, or not TJ, DJ, for your joke, Leo's from El Salvador.
Comes back around.
He is an American, but he was from El Salvador for your joke.
Then I'll carry his ass to the van. I'm leaving, and I'm not leaving any of you behind.
Leo stops, and I follow his gaze to the bathroom, where TJ stepped out, his fur a little damp and spiky from his shower, and a fresh change of clothes. He stands there awkwardly a moment, rubbing his arm as we all stare at him. Hey, what the hell are you doing, Leo?
Acting like I care for 5 minutes just so I can use him to get out.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm fine. Things are more clear now.
Leo smiles gently.
Good. Do you remember who we all are?
TJ smiles weakly.
Yeah, again, things are clearer, and you guys don't have to talk to me like that.
Remember,
TJ,
Leo is using
I'm
the
very-
talking to a toddler voice.
Yep. Good. Like?
like I'm crazy. Yes.
Ah.
I mean, you are, but hey. I
Wait,
don't want to say anything.
Sam, can I ask something from you at some point?
Yeah.
I want you to just to, say the various religious terms like Christ, Messiah, things like that, and I'm going to use that and post them over you swearing when you're voicing TJ.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Too safe for TJ. Not safe for TJ.
Not safe for TJ.
It's not religious enough for TJ.
There you go.
TJ.
Y'all need Jesus. That's what TJ would say.
Or
Yep.
TJ.
I clear my throat and try to assume a less I'm talking to a crazy person tone. Do you think you can make it to Leo's? We can stay here if you want. Wait for someone to find us. I ignore Leo's exasperated sigh from behind me.
Bless you.
So that one's gonna be bless you.
Bless you. That sounded demonic just there, Lord.
Bless you.
TJ glances at the bed.
I like to just lay down, but
No.
He looks back up at us, clasping his hands together.
oh, go to church. Leo, couldn't think of your name for 5 seconds. Ah! Okay.
What a great curse. Oh, go to church.
Look, I was trying to do. I'm like, what would TJ do? I'm like, I want to tell him to go fuck off, but I was like, no. TJ would say go to church.
Go to church.
What would TJ do?
What would TJ? Go to church.
WWTJD.
Hold on. Cat on the counter. Hey, go damn.
Tell them to go to church.
Go to church, Marvel.
That church, let's go.
I think something is happening here. Doing something to our heads. I don't know.
Leo narrows his eyes.
What do you mean?
TJ looks off to the side.
I just saw things that shouldn't be here. This has never happened to me before, so...
TJ looks down at his hands.
I remember someone was chasing me, trying to grab me, and I scratched at it.
TJ looks back up at us.
And it was Jenna, but I was too scared. I didn't know if it was really her or not, so I ran, and she didn't follow me.
And that's the twist that I've been holding on to. It wasn't TJ who was dead, it was Jenna!
Oh, Jenna's dead?
No.
Totally,
Yeah, she was the person.
100%.
She's the person who tried to run away.
Oh, you're dead, Hannah.
I
Why do
will
you-
hunt you.
Why do you think I had Hannah take over for Brian? Beyond the fact that she was a good fit.
I think I
Fair.
was the one who volunteered for it too.
You did. Damn it.
I like
TJ's starting to shiver again.
What did she look like? When you didn't know it was her, exactly.
TJ frowns, opening his mouth to say something, then closes it again. Finally, he looks at Leo, apparently deciding to ignore the question.
Can we find her? I can't stop thinking about it. Excuse me. And I want to make sure she's okay.
He freaking killed Jenna.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I was joking. Jenna isn't dead.
I'm
Oh.
not. I'm spoiling the story for you. She is dead.
Schrodinger's
TJ
Jenna.
killed Jenna.
So,
No, I
DJ,
didn't.
one of us always speaks in truth, the other speaks in lies, and then the other one of us speaks in half-truths and half-lies because they're a dick. Which is which?
Oh, Leo's the dick.
Well, knights always tell the truth, knaves always lie, and regulars can tell the truth or lie. Person number 1 says, I am not a knave. Person number 2 says, I am a knight. And person number 3 says, person number 2 is a knave. Who's the knight? Who's the knave? And who's the regular?
And person number 4 says, I have no time for this. Fuck off. I'm going to goddamn do whatever I need to do.
Oh, go to
Me,
church.
that's me.
Amazing.
That's the name of this episode.
Oh, go to church.
I mean, it is Sunday.
In game, yeah.
His voice gets a little broken, but he manages to control his tears this time. Leo grimaces.
We really need to go, TJ. The faster we can get help, the faster we can help everyone here, including Jenna.
And we can totally write off Carl and Flynn. We don't need half the friend group.
Listen, I want to get out of here so I can safely have sex with my boyfriend.
The corner of
That doesn't
TJ's
surprise me.
the corner of TJ's mouth tugs down in a frown. But he doesn't say anything because, he really disapproves of premarital sex.
Wow. But if we see her on the way, of course we'll bring her with us, okay?
TJ's still trying. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. My immediate thought was, what happens is they're driving, they see Jenna, and TJ's about to go, oh my god, we could save her, and then Leo just jerks the steering wheel to run her down, and goes, we're going to Peyton.
Going to Peyton if it's the last thing I do, right?
So sad.
TJ's still
I wouldn't
looking
put it past Leo, actually.
TJ's still looking like he's trying not to cry, but nods quite quickly. Leo rolls his shoulders, keeping the gun pointing at the ground as he moves to the door.
Now, everyone stay close to me. Chase, keep with TJ. Kudzu, you bring up the rear. Got it?
All right.
We're just gonna head up the street to the diner. Not far at all.
I look up at TJ, trying to give him a reassuring smile. He's still looking at his hands, though, so I move over to him, putting an arm around his shoulder, gently guiding him to the door. And I think this is a good place to call it.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Alright, well,
Bye,
say
bye.
goodbye for anyone else who hasn't said it yet.
Boo.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Go to church.